So, I've decided to redo this video that I did of a review of the first teaser of the new Super Mario Bros. Movie. Since I couldn't find the audio file, well, the video file I made specifically, so I couldn't re-upload it without the watermark and some edits to make it better. So I'm gonna review it again in the future to see if it still holds up. I know there's more trailers out now, but I would just like to, make another one of just the original. Without the watermark, that is. So, you get the idea, because I'm going to be doing this with all of my old videos that I made, and I'm going to, start making new ones after all old videos have been revised. So let's start with seeing what they had in store for us. Again, the visuals are still great. Though, like with all things, movies, games, or any sort of media, visuals are in everything. And that's kind of a growing problem with lots of things these days, as people will excuse terrible films or games purely for graphical reasons, like they graphically look great, though that would be a topic for another day. Though still, from what I've seen, it looks good. And I like that they kept the concept of Bowser having his own lava kingdom, and I like how they adapted his worship into him just having his movable kingdom of lava, which is pretty cool and interesting concept, since he doesn't have to extend his armies normally. He can just flow his kingdom next to another kingdom, as you can see, and start wreaking some havoc.
Behold, the King of the Koopas!
Open the gates!
Attack!
That is but a taste of our fury. Do you yield? I do not. I finally found it. Now who's gonna stop me?
What is this place?
Still, after so long, Chris Pratt's voice does not fit Mario, nor will it ever will. I'm sorry. No hate against the actor, at least in this case. But his voice does not fit the character. He's not putting on any sort of Italian accent in this trailer or any of them, nor is he trying to improve. He sounds very dead inside most of the time when he does Mario impressions, and you'll see if you watched other trailers, but in this trailer, he doesn't really, give a good first impression.
He sounds like Linda Belcher. Mushroom Kingdom, here we come. It sounds like Linda. And I feel like a lot of folks dogpile on Chris Pratt, and of course, folks have their reasons, but I personally think he gets a little bit too much hate, though at the same time, I'm like, oh, come on, dude, I don't think you're really fit for this.
Mario also has a high-pitched voice too, but for some reason he speaks in a deep voice when playing Mario. This is Mario's voice.
It's me, Mario!
Do not touch that mushroom, you'll die! Oh, I'm sorry. That one's perfectly fine. Come on, Mario!
Mushroom Kingdom, here we come!
Again, it's just, I guess, nice to see a little teaser still of Luigi. I found that to be most intriguing. Probably because we didn't know what he would sound like yet. But I think Luigi's voice actor in the other trailers is slightly better. But, nah. I forgot to mention this when discussing the voices, but I think Jack Black puts a good performance as Bowser, even though he doesn't sound as deep as Bowser does in the game. I mean, no one really speaks in the Mario games. They make sounds, but you can tell from the sounds that Bowser is deep. But even though Jack Black doesn't put on an intense voice, he still gives off a good expression of the character.
Open the gates! I finally found it. Now who's gonna stop me?
Of how extreme Bowser is and intimidating he can be. Since an actor's performance can really give life to a character. That's why people were really upset with Mario not having like his cheerful Italian accent and demeanor. Instead, they get Chris Pratt's dry acting. Again, not to like be unnecessarily mean, but he could at least put in a bit more effort. Like, at least have him like learn maybe having an Italian accent. I don't know. But to me, Mario having his nice, cheerful, heroic demeanor adds character to him, and it shows how lovable he is, because that's kind of his thing in the games, you know? He goes around helping people, gets a little thanks after saving the princess. He doesn't need any more than that, and then goes about his day, you know, frolicking and stuff. And when he gets something more than just a thanks from Princess Peach, like a kiss on the cheek, or nose, or like a cake she bakes for him, she does it on her own merit, not that she feels obliged to because he saved her, because Mario doesn't ask for that, or give off any negative energy implying that he expects something for his help, since he just knows it's the right thing to do. And that's what makes him truly deserving of the cake the princess bakes for him, or just the little kiss he gets. And he doesn't even throw the slightest fit when he doesn't get little bonuses like that, which adds even more to his great character. Like, no, he just likes to because that's who he is. He's kind and is heroic. And his admirable qualities don't just get brought out when there's someone that needs to be saved. They get brought out whenever there's a wrong that needs to be righted. Like when he stops Bowser in the recent Bowser's Fury from wreaking havoc in his new powerful form, even though there is no princess or anything that needs saving at the time. He's just doing it to stop him from blossoming into a more terrifying problem to deal with in the future. Which is an inspiring part of his character and is something people should look up to and emulate, regardless of race or gender. His cheerful attitude is what give him the nice friendly image he has, and that's why a lot of people like him. So when we get this like kind of dry interpretation of him, it's kind of like especially since Bowser's actor is doing great in expressing this character. But yeah, again, just one last time, don't want to hate on Chris Pratt even though it sounds like it, but no, it just would have been nice if we got someone who sounded like Mario rather than them just picking someone famous so marketing could go way better, because that's a issue now. Like, Hollywood needs to start picking people on their skill and not on how much influence they have, because it's pretty scummy and shows how they only care about money than to actually make a great film. Which in turn would make them a lot of money, but they don't really think about that. They just really just mostly prioritize profits and really don't think about how them making a great movie can in turn make them lots of profit, as well as the public giving them their due on how well they did in making the movie. Though, They don't care. They just care about how much money they make, regardless if the movie in question has effort into it or not. But still, after reviewing what we saw, the visuals look great in here. Like a lot of the scenes. Hold up. Let's get this right here. Like, they really gotta give Illumination a round of applause for actually trying in detail with this one. Because the character models look really good, and there's like actual like effects off their skin per se. Like the heat radiation and the water effects really help give characters a sense of realism. Also, I like the variety in this scene. I don't know, it gives the Koopa Troopers more character despite them being stormtroopers. So seeing variety in their designs help. Also, it's kind of weird seeing them use real weapons. Like, in the games, they're kid friendly, so they don't really use weapons. They just walk towards you and you'll take damage. Or die. Depends on the Mario game. So seeing them use real weapons like spears is kind of weird. Though I doubt they're going to actually use them in the movie to pierce people. It's most likely just going to be for intimidation factor. So yeah. The only real gripe I have with it is that I wish they just pick someone more suited to fit Mario's like voice at least. I mean, I guess the character can be debated. We don't really see much of it in this trailer, but it would have been nice if we actually got someone who represented Mario well. Though aside from that, everything else looks great. And I hope the movie will be as good as it looks.